Everyone, I'm going to demonstrate you how to draw letter form, and the first thing that you might need is a notebook like this. Okay, I mean, if you have any paper you can use it, don't worry about that. All right, but it's going to be easier if your notebook or your paper have like some guideline or grids like this. Okay, it's called graph paper. Okay, next thing, we prefer to draw by like nib pen traditional way. Okay, this is Remy nib pen. Okay, broad nib pen like this. This is also very nice tool to draw. Another thing, of course, pencil. Okay, the one that I choose is 3H. It's pretty light. And another thing is rulers. And you might need eraser, but I usually don't use it because during this process we're going to do only a sketch, like a quick sketch, so you don't have to worry much about the basics. Whether your work is not refined or like, don't try to make it perfect during the sketch. Okay, everything is okay. Just make sure that you keep drawing. So I'm going to like demonstrate how to like quickly draw on it. Okay, like I said, it's just a draft. Okay, just relax. And I am left-handed, so it's going to be harder to write using this kind of like nib pen. However, okay, I try my best to kind of like construct the letter. The letter that I'm going to construct is based on humanist minuscule. All right, so I'm going to draw a G. Okay, another thing that you might do, okay, first is just emphasize the baseline. Okay, where is the baseline? You emphasize it first, like this. But like I said, if you want to like draw differently, it's totally fine. If you want to create your sketch using Procreate, it's also fine. But started with this kind of traditional way will help you understand, okay, the way that designer in the past construct characters. Okay, start with a G. This, okay, just draw a circle. Okay, then the ear, right, and then the link and the loops like this. Okay, you can repeat the character many times, or if you want to do something like this, it's also fine. As you can see, I'm create like a very horrible letter form here. Like I said, this is just during the sketch, right, process, so sketching process, so you don't have to worry. Okay, you want to try to draw something like this, it's okay too, but if you want it to kind of like done more neatly, okay, although it's just a sketch, just make sure that you kind of like define the baseline first and then start drawing it. You can repeat the letter font over and over, okay, so that you can find the best of your design too. But if you want to move on and start drawing other character, is fine too. Okay, the next character I'm going to draw is F, right? I will start with the serif first, right, and then next is the stem and the hook, and of course the bar here. Okay, we have an F here. Next, I'm going to draw an E in humanist minuscule. The thing is, the axis, right, will be a little bit tilt upward like this, right? And sometimes the bar will have like we go beyond the eyes a little bit like this. Next, I'm going to draw the D. So typically, the ascender will be quite pretty the same, right? And as you can see, I already draw the F right here. So the ascender of the D and the F should be quite similar. So I'm going to draw like a very light stroke here, like a straight line here. Okay, just to determine the ascender. Okay, next the D. Right. Something like this. Okay, As you might notice, okay, the structures, okay, might not be very refined. You can refine it later, revive it, okay, in Illustrator. But make sure you kind of like, draw up some basic structure of each of the characters. Okay, you might start something like this. C, I'm going to use C, like this. So first you have to look at the, reference and start, you know, properly start writing, okay, based on the, your references. In my case, I use like, my observation based on reference of humanist characters. Next is A. You could do it slowly, okay? There's no, then there's no, benefit to rush in writing. Make sure you concentrate on your, on writing. Here, the A. As you might notice, okay, the space here, okay, between each of the letter is not equal. Don't worry, we can adjust it, okay, later. Now I have around 4, right, 5, 6, 7 character. I will continue to write another character down here. So if, you know, I want to make sure that the ascender of the new character won't, overlaps with the loops over there, right? So the ascender is around, if you look at the graph paper here, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's around 3.5. Okay, and what about the descender? It's around here, right? So from the baseline here, right? Baseline here, the ascender is around 2 square here. Down, beneath the baseline here, it's around 2 blocks. So I'm going to assign the same thing with the next line. This is the baseline, right? So this is going to be around this. Okay. Next is P. Okay, I'm going to draw P. I'm thinking. I'm kind of notice a little bit that G is a little bit longer than other characters. I'm not so sure whether I'm going to assign the same length of the tail of P equal to G. Let's try first, right? There's like a sleep here as well. So as we already studied humanist character, right, or typefaces, right, they always have like a bracket, okay, between the serif and the stroke, okay, the stem, right? But of course, it might not be really visible here in the sketches, but I'm going to emphasize it on Illustrator. I'm going to scan this, and then the H is an O, right? Okay, the H is an O is around this. And after that is N, right? N. Hold your pen firmly, then just draw it. But if you're left-handed, it's going to be a little bit harder than right-handed. So if you are right-handed, okay, start with the left side first and then go that direction. But because I'm left-handed, okay, that's why I have to start from the right to the left, all right? So you have to do the reverse process. If you're right-handed, okay, next is M. Okay. K. Okay. Okay. If you want to practice writing character, okay, you can also print out Adobe Jensen's, okay, that is one of the best fonts in Humanist classification, right? You can print it out, okay, and then use it as a model to write. Just study the, the structure and probably repeating, writing this letter form. Like this. Okay, this I. Okay, like this. Next line. Oh, sorry. D, B, right? X, like this. You can make adjustment, okay, on computer, so don't worry about anything. Okay, the next character I'm going to write is X. Okay, X height. As you might notice, okay, the second line is kind of like bigger than the first one, right? So I probably have to kind of like, shorter the character here, or, enlarge the character from the basic skeleton of the first lines on computer, all right? Next is X, right? Okay, this W, and Q. Okay, something like this. And we start with the next character, ascender, right? The ascender. Mean line, right? Or x height. Okay. Descender. Baseline, right? You might write some symbol as well, because at the end you also have to design them too. Okay, it's not just character. There's a chart that I upload on Google Classroom that is the basic character that you need to design. You know, if you want to create a font. Oh, actually the descender should be here. My mistake. But I made a mistake here. Okay, I will write that it down again. Like I said, I don't like to use eraser. The reason is it's more challenging to draw this one. So basically we have like A to Z, okay, in lower cases, right? So we can start, developing this kind of character on Illustrator. Just scan it or take a picture of this work, okay? And next we're going to work on Illustrator.